What's up guys, Boris here, and I'm bringing back one of my favorite series that I've ever done on my channel, and that's One Piece Theory of the Day. Now back in 2014, you guys really enjoyed the series, and I'm bringing it back for the month of October for 2015. That means that for the rest of October, every day I'll be talking about one of my favorite One Piece theories, and today, let's go ahead and get started with part 1, which is going to be a possible love relationship between the four emperors of Big Mam and Whitebeard. Now, all this started back a couple chapters ago when we first got introduced to a new character known as Miss Bucking. Now, when I first heard of Miss Bucking, I immediately thought, and so did a lot of other people, of Buckingham Palace. This is a very, very important monument, landmark, whatever you want to call it, in the country of England. And the reason that I thought about it was because we knew another character in the series that pretty much represents England as a whole. I've talked about it in a lot of videos, and that is Charlotte Lin, otherwise known as Big Mam. So I did a little bit of research, and Buckingham Palace was in fact the home of Queen Charlotte, Charlotte Lin, and that made me think immediately that there's some sort of relationship there, possibly cousins, possibly sisters, some sort of relationship there. And so I started doing a little bit more research. I found out, and a couple other people did as well, that Miss Bucking actually has the same glasses that a lot of other people in Big Mam's army have as well, Peckham's Tamago to be precise. Also, she has the same hat as Lola, and Lola was someone, of course, back in Thriller Bark. A lot of people talked about it before. She could possibly be the daughter of Big Mam or related in some way due to the blushes, due to the pink hair, due to the lipstick. But it seems like it's going to be less evident now because we don't know. It looks actually like she might be the daughter of Miss Bucking because there's more similarities there than Big Mam. But nevertheless, I do think that there is a connection between Miss Bucking and Big Mam. So where does this lead me? Well, I was thinking of a character known as Edward Newgate, otherwise known as Whitebeard. And for those of you guys who don't know, Newgate is actually a landmark in the actual world, and it's known as Newgate Prison, which happens to be in England, same place as Big Mam, or same place represented as Big Mam. Just look at the Tea Party, so no further. Newgate Prison actually used to be built on what was called a New Gate, which was one of the gates in the London Wall that was built around London by the Romans. This is a very, very popular landmark in England. It's even seen in a lot of pieces of very popular literature. That's how big of a landmark it is. So immediately I thought there could definitely be some relationship there. Now, when looking, like I said, at one of the most recent chapters, when we look at what Miss Bucking said, she says it herself that she was the lover of Whitebeard, self-proclaimed, or self-styled as they say. And no, I do not believe that Edward Weevil was the son of Whitebeard, and no, I do not believe that Miss Bucking was the lover of Whitebeard. But I do believe, though, that Miss Bucking feels that way for some sort of reason. There's some sort of explanation as to why that is. And the reason I think that is because, like I said, I think she's related to Big Mam. And I believe that she is jealous that Edward Newgate actually fell in love with Big Mam at some point. Now, you got to think about it this way. Big Mam eats a lot, and there's really no explanation to it yet, possibly her devil fruit. But I believe that the reason that she eats a lot is because that's something that a lot of people do to cope with the loss of a loved one. Now, I'm not talking about Whitebeard's death. I think that at some point, Whitebeard and Big Mam fell in love with each other. But knowing the type of pirate that Whitebeard is, and knowing that he had his own family to take care of, I believe that at some point they parted ways. It was just a natural thing, but doesn't mean that they didn't still love each other. So with that parting of ways, that's what might have caused Big Mam to start eating a lot and start sort of going towards candy and stuff to cope with that loss of not being able to be around Whitebeard anymore. And that might be what caused Miss Bucking to sort of be jealous. Maybe she wanted to take advantage of Whitebeard and know, because she probably knew that he had some sort of treasure, some sort of, he was a Yonko, so he had to have something that she could definitely take care of, and maybe that's what inspired Weevil as well. So, is there a connection between the two? I definitely do think so. Actually, it would be between the three of them. It would sort of be like a weird love triangle kind of thing. But I definitely think that it happened. And if there indeed was a relationship between Whitebeard and Big Mam, could they have had a kid? Sorry about the way I said it. Could they have had a kid in the past? And I believe so. So in the next video, I'll be talking about who that potential kid was. And until next time, thanks for watching.